Good afternoon. My name is Christine Kamarian. This is the first episode of Kandid Koffee. My guest is Guyanne Chivichyan, she's a good friend of mine and a stylist at Envy Salon. She's been working there for almost 13 years.
Yes, possibly more.
Some of her accomplishments are she was published for Beauty Launchpad magazine, named top 100 game changer for Modern Salon magazine, and has a partnership with L'Oreal Matrix. How are you today?
I'm good.
So my first question to you is, you put a lot of energy, love, passion into your work when you're styling your clients. I know it can be draining sometimes. What do you love most about it? What's the most rewarding part of your job?
As far as energy goes, so what keeps me going every day is knowing that I can go to work and do exactly what I love to do. And I've found that in my career, I can express myself as an artist. I'm very lucky to have that. The fact that I can do that and make a career of it and have a livelihood because of it, I'm very lucky to have that. As far as rewards go, I really pride myself in my work. I really do put a lot of passion in my work. And just to see the person before me smile in the mirror, looking at themselves and feeling completely happy with what they look like on the outside, and in turn making them feel better on the inside, that's a huge reward, a huge plus for me.
Absolutely. She's been my friend for quite some time now, and I've had countless relatives, friends, and acquaintances ask me about my hair, and I've always referred them to her. And over the years, she's grown a huge clientele, and everyone that goes to her completely trusts that she's going to do a fantastic job at making them into a work of art. And every picture that you see on her Instagram page, which is at Guyanne Scissorhands, you can see that all of the, there is not one picture that is the same as the other. They're all very much creative and colorful and really beautiful. My second question to you is, besides expressing yourself through art and paintings and sculptures and things like that, I know you went to art school for a while, and that was something you grew up doing that eventually led you to this career. What else do you do that brings you peace, brings you happiness?
I think art is a huge part of my life, so it's all and everything that has to do with it, which can be, again, drawing, painting, and listening to music. It brings me peace to, again, referring to your last question, to make people happy through something that I've created with my hands, through my heart. Whether that be anything, whether it be a birthday card, whether it be anything that I to create on my own. And it also puts me at peace to see that coming from other people. That, you know, there's...
Especially the students that you've mentored.
Oh, that too, yes, yeah. That definitely makes me feel really good about myself. But I think more so other people's accomplishments and other people's creations from their own hearts and souls that are very beautiful, and they make me feel like life is very beautiful, and that gives me peace.
And inspiring, I'm sure.
And inspires, yes.
Yeah. Guyanne Chivichyan was born in Los Angeles, California on January 27, 1984. She grew up in North Hollywood with her parents, older sister, and younger brother. She spoke fondly of her adventurous childhood with her siblings, cousins, and extended family. As a child, her love and undeniable talent for drawing and painting was often showcased for several years in her Creative Hands art school. As an adult, her beautiful paintings were published in Los Angeles newspapers and put on display at art shows in Venice Beach. Today, after over 13 years of serving her clients at Envy Salon in Sherman Oaks, she is proud to say that everyone who sits in her chair is a special work of art. She has dedicated her life and love to making her clients shine from the inside out. She continues to be humbled and excited by every award, accomplishment, and sincere compliment. She's an inspiration and a very proud Armenian, always holding her roots close to her heart. It has been an honor for me to not just be her friend, but to sit down with her for a candid cup of coffee. So can you tell me about a really challenging time in your life that was a huge lesson for you?
I can't think of any one single moment in my life that was so defining as a challenge that would make me who I am today. But I think rather lessons come from trials and tribulations in your life continuous. And I think the real challenge there is taking that next step after each challenge, after each
obstacle.
Yeah.
Or let down or anything like that. Absolutely.
And the fact that you can just climb up those stairs every time something bad happens and keep going and not take a step back or fall off. I think there's a lesson to be learned in that, a lesson in strength, self-confidence, etc., etc.
Very nice. What is your most prized possession and why is that important to you?
When you think of prized possession, the first thing that comes to mind is something of material, right? I don't think I have anything like that I prize, a material thing that I prize like that, but rather the memories that come with those material. I think if I were to lose those things, that would be okay as long as I didn't lose the memory of them.
Right, the memory attached to it.
Yes, for example, my grandmother's jewelry, a painting that belonged to my grandfather, things like this.
Very nice. What is your most fond memory as a child?
Well, there are so many, but one of them I would have to say is going to art school. It was actually in an Armenian church, in the attic of an Armenian church. It was called Creative Hands Art School.
What year was that?
Oh, I don't know. I was probably up until I was maybe 14 years old.
Oh, wow.
I don't even remember when I started going. But I loved my teacher. His name was Grigor Khanchbanian. He passed away not too long ago. I was devastated. Yeah, I would look forward to every Sunday going in that church, going up that attic, that musky, It was so much fun with all my fellow
classmates.
Yeah,
So cute.
Armenian students.
Very nice. My daughter also goes to art school and her face lights up when she shows me her projects when they're done. So I totally understand that. As a child,
so cool.
It's so cute.
Yeah.
So you do speak Armenian, you read and write, you have excellent penmanship, I know from experience. A lot of young Armenians our age, because we grew up here and went to school, we've forgotten how to write and read and speak as well as we should. How have you been able to maintain that all these years, and why has that been important to you?
Oh, I don't know if I have been able to maintain that. I'm pretty disappointed in myself. I wish I could do a lot more of it. I wish I could fit in reading more Armenian literature in my busy schedule, it's such a bad excuse to make, but it's definitely something I'd like to work on and do more often, definitely. But the how, I can't answer that, but the why I can. That's because of my love for my culture, and I take pride in my culture, and I love the arts of my culture, the music of my culture, the literature of my culture. It's something that I feel proud of. I feel like we have a lot of talent.
Absolutely. Absolutely. A lot of hidden talent, a lot of talent that people haven't even scratched the surface. They don't know about, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to do this interview so bad, not just with Guyanne, but I have a roster of artists, actors, entrepreneurs that are exceptionally talented. Some of them are humanitarians and philanthropists that I am looking forward to interviewing in the next few months. This question was especially interesting to me. What is or has been the most common misperception of you? What do you think people, when they form an opinion of you, what do you wish that people knew about you before they spoke to you?
There are so many. There are so many. I don't mind that there are. Some people don't think I'm Armenian. That's okay. I like to surprise them and tell them I am. So many. But one that really touches me especially is that people think that I'm cold and distant and not loving. I really wish that they could see me for what I am on the inside, before judging like that.
I know that sometimes just people, I get that a little bit, not as often as you do, but sometimes they'll see if an outfit is a little bit too much or too whatever for them, too extravagant for them, too loud for them, the hair is not normal, and then they'll be like, oh, what's she about? It's standards, right?
I like to express myself in my own way. I always have. I really wish that people would see me for who I really am. I think that I care really big and I love really big, and it might be hard for me to show at first, but once I warm up to you and you allow me in and I allow you in turn, I feel I'm an open book, and I feel I can love you really hard.
I love that. I know so many of your clients, they range in all ages. You cut children's hair as well. You cut some of your clients' hair, they're in their late 70s even, and some of them are extremely conservative, and they've come to me and said, oh my gosh, Guyanne is just such she's so full of life and love, and she's so sweet, and she's so, she's such a perfectionist at what she does. I completely trust her with doing anything she wants to my hair, and they know that they can give you that responsibility, and they just love you. They beam when they talk about you. So cute. Truly. Without their support, I don't know that I would be here today.
Yeah.
With so much recognition from all around the community in LA.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so this question I love so much. If you could talk to your younger self, approximately the age 12 to 14, what would you tell her, knowing what you know now?
It's a difficult one. It's a difficult one because it kind of plays with going back in time and changing time and possibly changing destiny. But maybe just one thing that I would throw in there to little Guyanne, I would I would say, this is not it. This is what you're feeling today, right now, is not it. This is the very small part of a very big picture, and keep your eyes wide open and just keep trucking through that road and try your best to be your best. And
don't take it so hard. Yeah.
Yes. Stay kind no matter what, no matter what comes your way.
Absolutely. Very nice. The last question that we have is, imagine right now we're at a very big award ceremony and there could be potentially thousands of people watching through this interview, and we're awarding you with something big, talking about your accomplishments just as we did earlier, and giving you, the Oscar of awards when it comes to an artist or a hairstylist. I know, right? What would you say to that award when you come up to the stage, and if you were envisioning that right now, well, who would you thank for getting you this far?
Oh, well, first of all, I don't think that I could. No, the exact opposite of this. I don't think that I would be able to feel that, oh my God, this is happening to me. Maybe once I gathered the nerve and realized, okay, this is for real. I don't know, so many. You know what? Everyone I've met in my life, everyone that's given me positivity, everyone that's given me negativity, because the sum of all that has been the reason for all of me, all of what I am today. If I had to name names, one would definitely be my husband. He's really made me grow and made me see above and beyond in me and in everything around me. Another would be my sister. I have a lot to owe to her. She's taught me a lot, given me a lot of strength. A lot of people. It would be such a long speech. They'd probably cue the music on. Definitely my parents, my dad, a lot of family. They've just. I've seen their belief in me. No matter how hard it must have been for them. Yeah. To have their Armenian daughter or niece or
granddaughter, whatever it may be,
I was, to be interested in the things that I was, and just being a kind of a black sheep and misunderstood at first, but sticking with me through it and believing
trusting
in me.
You.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, and I have a lot of family and friends too who've done, a lot for me. I think the belief, people's belief in me has definitely
kept you going.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's such a pleasure to interview someone who you already know. I didn't have to do a lot of research on Guyanne because I've gotten to know her very slowly throughout the years on so many levels, on friendship levels and family levels and as a client and all of this stuff. So I'm so happy that you agreed to sit with me as quickly as you did. I know how busy you are. And you've always spoken so fondly of both your friends, clients, and your parents, especially your dad. So I'm sure along with the accomplishments that I mentioned earlier and this interview, you have a ways to go. You're only in your mid-30s. I'm not going to give away the age, but you still have, another 20 plus years of a career, or wherever you may go, maybe you decide to do something else with your talent. I know you're going to go a long way. All right, Guyanne, we're going to go through the lightning round. Pew, pew, pew.
Okay, lightning round.
Okay, fast answers. Heels or flats?
Combat boots.
Big Bear or the beach?
Big Bear.
Vodka or tequila?
Gin.
Nice, atta girl. Cat or dog?
Both.
Concert or King's game?
Concert.
Top or bottom?
Top. No question.
Harut or Elvis?
Armin Aloyan.
Okay, so I know you're a vegetarian and the Armenian food is like very limited for you, but if you had to pick between Sara dolma and Voslov küfte, which one would you pick?
Voslov küfte, for sure.
Very nice. So I wanted to thank everyone who's watching. I want to thank our sponsors, Koffee and RP Krikorian, for supplying us with our coffee for Kandid Coffee. And thank you to Guyanne for being here with me today. And Koffee med genansaneng.
Genats.
Genats.